Well, I thought it would be exciting to add a new challenge element to my YouTube channel. Challenges that I can go out and complete, but that you can also go out and complete too. And when I was thinking about this idea, I thought I don't want to set challenges with a really specific subject. I want them to be broad challenges that you can go out and interpret in whatever way you want to. And my initial thought for this was to incorporate the 4 elements into photography. So we've got water, fire, air, and earth. And I'm going to be beginning this challenge by sending you all out to photograph the subject of water, because that, of course, is probably the easiest subject to try and get images of. And today I'm going to start this challenge for myself at the beautiful Cairngorms National Park. I'm beside this lovely loch here just now. But I'm not going to begin this challenge with the loch. Oh no. Because tonight we've got thunder and lightning storms forecast and 2 days worth of rain. So I'm going to use that to my advantage to try and get some images for this challenge. There's only 2 rules to this challenge. 1 is the images have to include something related to water, and 2, they have to be relatively creative. So I'm not going to go out and do generic landscape photographs. It's fine, but I want to do something a little bit more creative. So those are the 2 rules, and it begins for me today. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how you can get involved with this challenge for yourself. Let's go. Well, the thunder and lightning storms haven't quite kicked off yet. We've had a few downpours of rain and 1 rumble of thunder in the distance. But to be honest, I'm not a fan of this weather. I'm quite scared of thunder and lightning, so I wasn't going to be going out tonight. But I did want to start this challenge. And the idea I had was, while these storms are going on outside and while the rain downpours are coming, was to try and get some shots from in the accommodation that I'm currently staying in. And this cottage I'm staying in just now has got this beautiful skylight overlooking the kitchen. So my plan is, I've got my prime lens on, which I very rarely use, but my plan is to use this prime lens to try and get really sharp raindrops on the window with the clouds and the sky blurred behind it. And then hopefully when we get a really dark cloud coming over the window, it'll give me that dark, foreboding background that will really allow the raindrops to stand out. And hopefully the sky will be a good enough colour to make this image look good naturally, but if not, I can edit it a little bit in post-processing to bring out the blues and the greys and make it quite dark and mysterious. So my plan for this evening is just to chill in this beautiful cottage and watch the showers come through and try and get some images from indoors, bring the outside inside and see what I can capture. Well, the thunder and lightning storms didn't quite happen the other day. And yeah, yesterday wasn't quite as rainy as they'd forecasted either. We got quite a lot of rain late at night, but by that point it was obviously dark. So today we've got some drizzle and it's very overcast, your kind of stereotypical day in the Scottish Highlands. What I'm finding really weird just now, obviously this video was about photographing water and the element of water, but strangely today is only the 16th of August, and what I'm finding today is a lot of the trees are starting to change colour. And it's really weird because you wouldn't normally expect the autumnal colours to come in until the end of September, start of October. And last year, autumn was late. We weren't really getting autumn until November. And we've had such a mild, sunny summer this year. And weirdly, on the 16th of August, I'm walking through the woods and a lot of the ferns are already starting to change colour. And the silver birch trees are as well, which is very unusual. What is happening to autumn? I just had to mention that before I begin on more of the water stuff, because yeah, the seasons just aren't quite seasons anymore, and they're totally not happening when they're supposed to. But anyway, this video is about water and the element of water. And what I decided to do today is I decided to come down to this loch. You can't come up to the Cairngorms without enjoying the lochs. Really what I wanted to do in this video was photograph the water droplets on the window, and then to have gone out last night or yesterday into the woods and to photograph like reflections and stuff in puddles. But yeah, it just didn't really happen as the weather forecast had said it would. So instead today I've come to the stereotypical lochs that you would come to in this region, and as it's overcast there's not much opportunity really for interesting water shots. And stupidly, I came on this trip without a tripod. I literally forgot to pack any tripods, and I need two, one for filming and one for doing photography. So what I'm trying to do with this video is improvise. So yeah, let's just see what happens and see what I can create and see how we can go with this water theme. It's proving to be very challenging so far, I have to say, and I want to try and get something a little bit unique. One thing I love photographing or seeing images of is twigs that are sticking out of the water, and when you've got a really nice tranquil day like today where there's barely a breath of wind in the air, you get these beautiful reflections on the water and they can look really surreal, really interesting. You can play around with the colours a little bit, make it a bit bluer, or go down the black and white route and really make it a nice monochrome image, something really relaxing to look at with the light versus the dark. And I came across here this really nice twig just sticking out of the water, and I love the way that it's reflecting on the water itself. But what I thought would be a really good thing to show you here, to showcase if you want to do this water challenge for yourself, the difference that using a polarizing filter can make on your images. And to me, this is incredible. So as you'll know if you're not new to my channel, I use Nisi filters, which is probably one of the best quality filters that you can get for photography. And the polarizer they make is incredible. And I've been using it now for many, many years, and I've never found a polarizer that quite cuts through glare like this one does. And what I was doing a minute ago was, there's some fish in this water, and I thought I'd try out here with a polarizer to see whether it would make this image more interesting or not. And I knew it would get rid of the reflection. So from this image perspective and what I want to shoot, it's not great because I want that reflection. But what I thought was incredible is when I twisted the polarizer to put it onto full polarization, it was completely cutting through the glare on the water, and you could start to see the fish swimming around underneath the surface of the water, which I can just make out to my eye. You know, I can, depending on what angle I'm at, I can see the fish swimming around, but the camera couldn't. You know, the camera was literally just very slightly getting the stones. And then when I put the polarizer on, you can just see everything under the water. It just completely comes to life, and you can start to see all those fish swimming around, which is incredible. And like I say, it doesn't add to the image that I was wanting to take, but it's a good lesson there for any of you that want to do this water challenge or are interested in polarizing filters. It's amazing how it cuts through that glare and how you can get a different take on water, and how you can get two completely different images of the exact same subject matter. And depending on what you want to showcase in the image, whether it's the twig and the reflection or whether it's what's underneath the water, it gives you the opportunity to do that. So this is image number 1 from this morning. Just a very simple reflection shot of this twig sticking out the water. And yeah, lovely, serene, calming and beautiful. Like I was saying at the beginning, these challenges that I'm setting myself, I also want you guys to get involved with them as well. I want you to go out there and experiment and see what images you can come up with in relation to the topics that I'm going to be sharing with you on my channel. So as I say, it all begins with water, and today in this video, over the last few days should I say, hasn't quite gone the way I'd hoped it would, but I'm hoping there is 2 images I've got from this that I'm reasonably happy with. I think that twig image that I took today is all right. It's not groundbreaking, but it's all right. And I'm not sure how the images of the water droplets on the window will have turned out, but I'm excited to get home and edit them and see what I can create out of them. So from my perspective, what I'd love you guys to do is just to go out and be creative. Take images that include water, anything in relation to water, whatever it may be. And that subject is so broad. But what would be lovely to see is images that are a little bit different, images that are quite creative. So if you want to go out and do your generic landscape shots, then by all means go for it. But I'd love to see people getting creative with filters, with ICM, with motion, with abstract sort of images, with zooming into things, with getting different perspectives, or maybe photographing the subject of water in different subjects or different areas than what we'd maybe see as like a grand vista shot of loads of water. Just try and be a little bit creative. That's what I'd love to see from this challenge. But equally, just getting out and embracing water and connecting with it is actually what it's about. It's about connecting with your creativity and connecting with water and trying to get out into the world and express yourself through the means of photography. And once you've done this, if you have Instagram, I would love you to go on there and share your images under the hashtag Kim's Photo Challenge. And in September, my plan is to look through the entries of middle of September and pick the images that have really excelled in this challenge, or things that are really stand out, and then we can speak about them and I can share them on my channel. And of course, if you haven't got Instagram, I appreciate not everybody does, then you can email me your images. I would say to do this as a last resort, purely because your emails may get lost amongst everything else, but I will try my best to open any of the ones that I do get sent and enter your images into this sort of little challenge that we're doing. So yeah, first choice would be to share them on Instagram under the hashtag. If you don't have Instagram, you can email me. And like I say, you may feature in a video in September, which is quite exciting. But most of all, just get out there and enjoy it. Enjoy it, embrace the water, connect with it, see what images you can come up with. And over the next few weeks, I'm going to continue embracing this theme of water and continue making videos around what I'm finding with the water theme, and hopefully it will keep inspiring you to get out and get involved in this challenge for yourself. It should be fun, and no matter where you live in the world, I'm sure water will be accessible to you somewhere. Even if it's just out of your tap, you can do amazing things with water in your house. So yeah, enjoy. And I look forward to seeing your images. And as always, I want to say a huge thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time.